Hello, hello, hello. Good morning.
What a funny voice you have.
Wagwan, morning, everybody, morning.
Hey, that's what's up.
Is that okay?
That's I like them both.
Okay.
I like the fact that you're putting effort into both.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Papa Corn,
And I'm Mama Colonel
and it's great to be with you this morning.
on our podcast, No Capricorn.
That's right. And we're just chilling out, hanging out, and talking about whatever comes to mind. And just being ourselves. And we decided this morning that it would be within our best interest to just start recording and I have dog hair in my mouth. To just start recording and basically publishing right afterwards. We're so new to the whole thing, and our brains are just filled with 101 things to do and not do, and by the time everything's all said and done, we just feel like we're just frozen with fear and feeling overwhelmed with all this stuff like editing and publishing just right and making the right pages on social media and advertising it right. And we said, you know what, probably just in our best interest, just in order to put one foot in front of the other, to just record and publish until things start taking off.
And then getting the routine.
Right.
Just doing it, getting it out there, and just, not making it too complicated, or else it just won't get done.
That's our line of thinking.
Yes.
We recorded our first episode a day ago and didn't touch anything to do. We didn't touch anything related to what our dreams and what our endeavors are, and that doesn't make any sense to me. And so I had to dig down deep and figure out what it was that was keeping me from getting my hands dirty and getting this stuff out here. And it's really just the ego likes to overcomplicate, overthink, and the ego likes to. It's weird. It likes to be stressed. It likes to be in a position where it feels like, oh well, I can't do it. So, or it's too much. So let's just put that in the back burner. I'm such an important person. I have so many things to worry about.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna relax and watch TV and just pretend like my obligations don't exist because I'm just look at a man of my stature. I'm just so important.
Yep, that's our ego, right?
And like you gotta like just deflate, pop that balloon that's your big egotistical head, and say, you know what, you're for some weird reason you're making this way harder than it really has to be. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And just do it. So that's what we're doing.
Yes. So it will be crazy. You'll hear our kids in the background as I'm sure you can hear them. They're loud and crazy. So we're just getting it all out there. Just our lives, and this is our life.
Yep, this is our crazy, loud, never-ending, never stopping, light switch is always on life.
Yes.
Someone. Come here, buddy. Come here.
On your tablet.
This is
tablets in your room.
So, what's wrong, buddy?
You want to take the skates off now?
You want me to help you take the skates off, sweetheart?
No.
Okay. Well, there's a little bit of lull in the action. That's okay.
Yes. So, on this episode, we wanted to talk about how we met.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you and cut you off.
You're fine.
Yes, we were going to talk about how we met and our history, just so we can, present ourselves and you guys can get to know us and make us a little more comfortable with talking on the microphone.
Yes.
So we'll just tag team it. Good catch, buddy. Good smile catch. Good scream as well, good. Right. So, the year was, what was the year?
2014.
2014.
In the summertime.
In the summertime when the weather's fun. You got women on your mind.
Yes.
And I had me, myself, and I had just gotten out of a really tumultuous, abusive, stressful, toxic relationship. And I had subsequently moved back home with my parents. And I was on disciplinary action from the job where I worked at the time. At the time, I'd worked at Ford Motor Company back in Claycomo, Missouri. So anyway, I had racked up a whole bunch of disciplinary points to the point where I was on leave.
For 30 days.
No, it was more than 30 days. It was like 2 months.
Wow.
Because you were down there. Yeah. It was like two and a half months.
Yeah.
Something like that. So here's what happened. I moved back in with my parents, and at the same time, so a little bit of back history I had to explain this part. My parents went on a missions trip to Trinidad in 2011 and met.
Oh, wait. Another low.
Hello, buddy.
What's up, Chip? Hey, could you please tell your sisters to be a little bit quiet, okay? Okay.
Thank you, buddy.
Yes.
Come say hi to the camera. No. Yes. Lean in and say hello.
No.
Okay.
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 Okay, we're still doing
something, so you need to go tell your sisters to
be quiet, please, and thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Joshua Jr.
And give us 5 minutes, okay? Just give us 5 minutes times 3 to record.
Thank you, buddy. Anyway, my parents had gone to Trinidad on a mission trip and had met a missionary lady that was originally from the States, from Kansas City, that area in Missouri, and had moved to Trinidad like semi-permanently to run an orphanage in Trinidad. And so that was where my parents went on a mission trip to. They ended up meeting this lady and somehow developing a friendship with her to the point where she ended up, God bless her, having a heart attack in Trinidad, and needed to move back to the States to have surgery, quadruple bypass surgery. And for some reason, she asked my parents if she could, during her recovery time, live with them in their spare bedroom. And so my parents said that was okay, and she came and she did that. But before she came, she had ended up getting a hold of Carice, my wife, because she's a CNA in Jamaica, and she called you, right?
Yes.
And to see if you wanted to come down to help take care of her and assist her in her recovery from the surgery that she was going to have because of her heart attack.
Right.
How did that conversation go?
That conversation was like her talking to me on the phone, or I think through email at the time.
Oh, it was an email? It wasn't a phone call?
Yeah, I don't do phone calls. I stutter, so I don't do phone calls. I try to avoid speaking as much as possible, which is why doing a video podcast or a podcast overall is a miracle, because I dislike speaking very much. Okay, so we were corresponding through email, and she was like, "Hey girl, what's up? What have you been up to these days? Are you in school? Are you working? What's up?" At the time, I was not working. I was just at home trying to find a job. And I was also engaged at the time, so I was also trying to plan the wedding.
Oh my gosh. I had no idea.
Okay, so so she was like, "Okay, cool. I'm in the States. I've just have a heart attack and had some surgery, and I need some help in to navigate the everyday stuff. So, what do you think about coming up here and helping me out?" And I was like, "That sounds awesome. I don't have anything to do right now. I get a free trip to the States. Are you kidding? Let's do this." Like, okay.
Typical foreign thought.
It's a vacation. Who doesn't like a vacation? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but you're just. Never mind.
Okay. Yes, we'll never mind that. We hopped on a plane, and I got to the house, and they showed me around, and I was there helping out, taking care of um meals and trips to the store or to church or whatever with her.
Poop scooping.
I didn't know poop scooping. She could poop just fine. Pat, I hope you're not watching this.
Oh my god.
Okay. So yeah, and then like I think it was 1 month afterwards, his mom came to the kitchen and said, so my son's moving back home, and he's really charming, but he's also a bit of an a-hole. So just a heads up, he's moving back home to get himself together because he's having a rough time. And I was like, okay, cool. And the rest is history. He came back home, and we met.
Literally,
he came back home. He came home. He sat in the kitchen. I think he was sitting in the kitchen at the table, and he just looked like a naughty kid, just reeked of just a bad kid, a bad naughty kid. Spoiled only child syndrome. I was just like, "Hello, how are you?" He was just like, too cool for school. I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting. And it was very interesting. I did not like his attitude. Like, this cocky fool. Okay.
I feel like I
and then what happened and then what happened after that? You continue the story.
Well, I just remember walking in the kitchen one evening, and I I walked in the door of the breezeway and was blown to the door of the kitchen, which when I opened it, I did not know, before opening it, I didn't know that opening this door would be akin to opening a doorway to a portal that would forever transform my life.
Yeah, beautifully said. Oh my gosh, Joshua. Okay,
and when I opened the door, I saw sitting in my mother's chair.
I was in your mother's chair.
Yeah, she was sitting by like the telephone and with the little.
Oh yes, that was my spot. I used to like to sit there and, on my phone scrolling, doing Facebook and stuff. Yeah.
And she had long braids. I think there was some pink in them, wasn't there?
I don't remember. I think I was wearing a scarf with the pink stuff and pink and blue.
And I looked at her, and she just had the most pouty looking lips. The biggest lips. It looked like her lips had gotten stung by a bee. But I said, "Hey, what's up?" I think I just tried to be really cool. I didn't know who she was there. I don't know who she. I didn't know who she was or why she was there or what. But it turns out, to my delight, that she was there spending the night. Lots of nights.
In like 4 months.
4 months, and we were there. So that was really cool because I really needed a friend at the time. I was just in a really, really weird place in my life where I had a baby about a couple years ago and wasn't allowed to be in the child's life, and that was really the biggest thing that was wreaking havoc on me. But also, just coming out of the relationship I was coming out of, that was difficult. That whole relationship was difficult, and the time spent leading up to that relationship, like in my life, was a really, really tough time in my life. So I was at a place in my life as a young adult where like I just needed to be at home with my mom and dad, and here Carice was. I was just really hurt and really broken and really angry and really empty and really lost. I would say.
Yeah.
I remember just, you know, I remember just getting to know her. Like at first, she really didn't like me. I don't think you liked me very much.
You were just snide and mocking, and everything you said had an attitude like this Jamaican girl. What are you, this third world country girl? I'm like, you're not third world, sir. You got internet and tall buildings and everything that the United States has. Okay, we're just small. Yeah, so I had that kind of attitude. He would like say things just to get me mad. I felt like, and boy, did I get mad. One time, I was like, Lord, give me strength not to kill this fool. And I had to run back home because I murdered a white person, okay? But then I just chose to be kind and loving and to be Jesus to him even when he was being really frustrating. And it worked. We started to become friends and we talked and hung out and walked to the park and we started to get to know each other. And she just really needed a friend. I'm like, okay, I'll be that friend. Yeah.
I needed a friend with benefits.
We are not putting that in
there. No, I really needed a friend, and at the same time, she was going through this phase of her life where she was fixing to get married and having doubts, and so we comforted each other with each other's private parts. And then we comforted each other with our private parts.
We are not putting that in there.
I'm just being honest. I'm just being. We can't put that kind of stuff in there. It's not a kids podcast.
I don't know.
You don't want people to know what we did.
I don't know my business.
This is about real life, girl.
Okay, fine.
This isn't about you're gonna see right through. You're a bull crap. And it makes you look naive and foolish. You're like, yes, we became really good friends. I prayed for them.
Yeah, let's let them think
this is raw.
This is
real life. We are sinful and sinners and do a lot of crazy crap. We gotta tell the people about it.
Well, tell the people about it. Sorry, people. I don't want you to know about it. Yes.
Back to what mom and dad are doing. Thank you very much. So, yeah, we had a lot of sex that summer. And we almost got caught a couple times. But it was seriously something for me that was like a dream come true. It was like a fantasy being fulfilled right in front of my eyes. I would just wait for her to put that old woman to bed every night.
Oh my gosh.
It was the most favorite time of my night because we would spend a lot of the day together. Okay, so back to what we were talking about. It was really because I wasn't going to work and she was there, and we would go places with Pat. We would take her to the doctor's office. We would drive with her. We would spend pretty much as much time every single day as we could together. And then when the evening time would roll around, she would go upstairs and put Pat to bed, and then we would have ourselves to each other all night long. Oh my god!
It wasn't all the time. It was not like every single night. That's not true.
It was pretty much every single night.
It wasn't every single night.
Bro. Okay, how many nights of the week do you think it was?
Maybe like 3 out of
3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 nights of the week. But sometimes we would refrain from doing the naughty.
Yes, we would. We'd be like, it's really cool to be doing that in your parents' house, dude. There's so many reasons why this is not right, okay? So it's just not.
But most of the times, we just enjoyed ourselves.
Oh my gosh.
Most that was a summer straight out of a movie.
Yes, it was summertime love triangle, everything, all the drama.
Come here, don't be throwing stuff. Come here, buddy. So then, things started wrapping up for the summer, and it was getting close to the time where Chris had to go back to Jamaica. And I think I was falling really in love. I was falling really deep in love. Were you falling in love?
Yes. We had to come clean to his parents and to
not so much that we were having sex.
Yeah.
But that we loved each other.
Yes.
Chip. Anyway, so when Carice went back to Jamaica, we decided to do a long distance dating thing because I had to be with this girl. I did not want anyone else to have this girl at this point in time. I felt like I was the only one that I needed her in my life so bad. That was not only the lover but the friend that I had never had. And we had such a deep connection on a lot of different fronts, and it opened my heart to a love that I hadn't felt for probably my entire life. And so I had to pursue that. And so I ended up going to Jamaica, we ended up doing a long distance thing while I was living with my parents. And I ended up even going to Jamaica in December of that same year, 2014, and spending almost 2 months down there, getting to know her family and her home, and getting to explore her hometown and see how her culture lives. And I loved it down in Jamaica.
Yes.
I absolutely had the greatest time of my life.
He got to have the real, authentic Jamaican experience, like
I got to smoke the
real Jamaican experience.
I got to smoke the real.
That's not what this is about.
Authentic Jamaican marijuana.
Is our podcast about sex and marijuana? It's not the Jamaican experience. It's not sex and marijuana.
Hey, we did bang in her parents' house.
Oh my gosh. We're not publishing this podcast. This episode is over. The sex and weed episode. No. What I meant is he didn't stay at a hotel or some fancy Airbnb or something. He got to stay with a local family eating local food, taking taxis and buses, getting crammed into taxis with like four people in the back and two people in the front. Like how we travel in the real streets. Okay, that is what I mean. Okay.
But we also
I swim in the creek that we're not supposed to swim in because it's not a thing. But he did. Got towels and everything like he was at the beach and then swimming in the canal that we're told nobody's swimming. Okay, and that was awesome experience. You got to go to Jamaican Black People Church, the American Black People Church, but it was still long and a lot of singing, and I had to interpret a lot. I was like, "What are they saying, babe?" I missed a lot of service that month because I had to spend half of it telling him what the pastor was saying. Okay, that Jamaican experience. And now, moving on. You guys see Jamaican patty and bag juice and cocoa bread and chicken foot soup, which he did not like. He was very weirded out by foot in the soup. Chicken feet in a soup. He's very weirded out by it. Yes, it was a good experience. Oh my gosh.
That was the first time we went down there. I went down there.
Mm-hmm.
It was really nice. It was really nice.
And why did you come down there the second time?
Oh, we're going there already, aren't
we? Well, we can leave it for another episode.
No, let's keep going. I would have loved, somebody's crying, sorry. Would not mind at all permanently moving down there. Everything from the culture to the food to the city to the shopping to the transportation to everything about it, I just instantly fell in love with. The scenery, the dirt roads, the dusty cars, the goats walking up and down the road, the people, the way they talk, the roadside stands, the food they have, everything of it about it was just amazing. Absolutely loved Jamaica. The swimming in the water, going places. It was just really cool.
It was really cool.
I even got my hair done.
Oh yeah.
With extensions.
My sister braided his hair with weaves, and he had long extensions. I will put a picture up afterwards or something and let you see what he looked like. It was really cool. He had extensions and I had extensions too, so we were both rocking braids.
Right.
It was cool. It was fun.
I did everything. I hung my clothes up in the backyard.
Yes.
I fed their 7 dogs. Yes. Leftover scraps. Picked fruit off of the trees in the backyard.
Mm-hmm. Made meals with us in the kitchen. Learned to make the meals with us.
Went out and ate the local cuisine. Everything. I just soaked up the whole entire culture for a month and a half. Mm-hmm. And it was just one of the most loveliest times of my life.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty cool.
And I came back, and then there was some baby mama drama. My baby mama wanted to get back in my life, and got jealous. Got jealous of us, basically, because it wasn't about the kid. Because she came back around and just we ended up breaking up because I was a fool one day. So when I came back around, I keep saying everybody's real name. Oh well. Mm-hmm. She came back around and wanted, to basically just get back in my life and asking me why I was, pursuing Carice and going that direction of things and blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And she wanted to go this is the person I had a child with before I was with the girl that I was with before I moved back home with my parents to be with, to meet Carice. Mm-hmm. So I had a child back in 2012, and now the baby mama was coming back around in 2015, wanting to get back in cahoots with each other. Basically, it ended up being about jealousy because here's what happened. We went to the counselor. I told Carice because she wanted to meet with a therapist. She wasn't comfortable not having a therapist in the present. So we went and I told Carice, I was like, listen, she's probably not going to want to do anything with me besides go anywhere with me besides like, hey, what's up? Come say what's up. Okay. Hi, what's up? This is what we signed up for. Even in doing the podcast, we signed up to do it with kids around. Mm-hmm. Take a deep breath, JT. Come here, buddy. Bring him here. Let me help.
Let Daddy help you take him off. Going off for 3 hours. Yeah.
So, and then we realized all we did was go get. I didn't know how to feel. Right. I didn't know how to feel. I really didn't know how to feel. I was trying to be honest and open with you, and trying to, pursue the possibility of being back in my daughter's life. Mm-hmm. And then there the baby mama was, just thrown in the middle. Just comes it's a package deal, I guess, to a certain extent.
It is.
Anyway, so we went to the therapy appointment, and then I spent 3 hours at the coffee shop with her and turned off my phone. And Carice really didn't like that.
Yeah, I lost it. I acted all kind of crazy. And all kinds of crazy. Yeah.
And I didn't know what to do. Yep. So I ended up breaking it off with Carice. I felt like I owed it more to my daughter than I did to a woman I had just met, a lady I just met. Mm-hmm. I told her you would never hear back from me again. I said, I'm going to change my phone number. Everything was nice. It was fun. I am thankful and grateful for the experience we had, but this is it. This is a decision I have to make. And so I did. Mm-hmm. And that was really hard. Mm-hmm. That sucked.
Didn't seem like it was really hard for you. More harder for me, I feel like, than for you. Right?
It was still hard.
Well, that's good to know. That was still hard. Cue the sad music.
But then, let's see. So, yeah. And then things didn't go well between the baby mama and myself. And I was getting really irritated that the things were happening the way they were happening with her. Like, everything I was doing with Carice during the summer, ended up doing with her at my parents' house. The whole 9 yards. Mm-hmm. Having sex and banging and spending the night. And it kind of came to a point in time for me where I was like, why can't I see my daughter, but yet we're banging? It doesn't make any sense. I remember one night we were going out to get something to eat at a Mexican restaurant, and I had already been drinking that day for a while beforehand, and so I was already kind of irritated in my feelings. And we sat down, and right after we ordered the food, I was like, "When can I see my daughter?" And she's like, we're not supposed to be talking about that. And I'm like, "Listen, here's the deal. I'm tired of us basically acting like we're in a relationship, but yet the very thing that I entered this whole thing for my daughter. That was a relationship I was pursuing, not a relationship with you. I get that there has to be some kind of like co-parenting, mutual relationship with the mom, mm-hmm. But it wasn't about that. So what ended up happening at that restaurant is we left before the food even got there because we got into a big old argument about why I'm not able to see my daughter yet and blah, 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 this, that, and the other. I was definitely tipsy, if not drunk. I was driving home angry, pissed off. She's crying. We get home, basically like drama. She leaves. The next morning, my parents and I get into a fight and get into an argument. My mom was very pro baby mama, and we got into an argument the next day. I ended up being sent. It was either the cops were called because I was threatening to drive my car into a tree because my mom suggested that I take a break, go take a drive. I said if I drive, I'm gonna drive this car into a tree. And so she ends up calling 911. She ends up trying. I ended up trying to run away. She ends up trying to hold me. I end up pushing her down. Cops come. Say either I go to jail or they take me to this outpatient, or I go to the hospital and get submitted into a treatment, outpatient treatment thing. And before they took my phone, because I obviously didn't want to go to jail, so before they took my phone, I texted Carice. I said, "Hey, listen, things didn't work out. I'm sorry things went the way they went with us. Can I please try again? Can we try again?" And what was it, like just a week before?
Mm-hmm.
How was that experience for you?
It was crazy. I was like, me personally, after he broke it off, I had my, oh, woe is me, this sucks, like, the whole I'm so sad thing for a week. And then I was like, okay, time to move on. So I spent that time healing my heart, healing my mind, getting everything right with me. I did not expect to hear from him at all. I was online dating, I was going out and having fun with friends. I went and met this other white dude from the UK.
Oh my god, I hate that. I freaking hate that.
Oh yes, he was
other white dude.
He was super sweet. So yeah, I was moving on. I had no expectations to hear from him ever again. And I was totally okay with that at this point in time. And all of a sudden, oh yes, I think it was 3 days before or something, I had completely purged everything that was from our relationship. Emails, text messages, pictures, clothes, shoes, handbags, gifts, you name it. If he gave it to me or if it's a link to him, it's gone, okay? In a trash bag, in the trash, okay? Out with the old, in with the right now. And all of a sudden, I get a message from this dude. I'm like, okay then. This must be some kind of mistake or wrong number. And I showed it to my sister. I was like, look at this.
Oh,
are you seeing this? Or it's just me? Is it the same Josh or different Josh? And I didn't respond for a while. Like half the day, I was just like, how do I say to this?
I just hope somebody likes our podcast a little bit. And good things come from it. Please, Lord, please, I manifest this in the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen. Yes. So where are we? Yes, I saw the message and I replied. I decided, okay, let's see where this leads.
She couldn't forget about that. All those pleasurable times we had.
It had nothing to do with those pleasurable times. I just wanted to know what dumb excuse you were going to give me, or what dumb thing you had to say that I finally thrown out all your shit. Why are you back here? Why are you disturbing my peace? Okay, that's what it was. So, and then what?
And then,
I think you called me.
Did
you
I?
Called me from somewhere. Somehow.
I don't think I was able to call you until after I got out of treatment.
No.
Was I?
I don't remember. But
anyway, the treatment was only about 4 or 5 days, but I couldn't have my phone during that time, remember?
Oh, yeah. I do remember that.
And then when I got out of treatment, I was in an outpatient program. that I had to attend. Like there was like 3 different classes per week, and I had to attend every single one of them. But I could miss a couple of them. But it was a weird. I had to like. It was imperative that I do these classes. Anyway, I figured out a way to get down to Jamaica for 5 days. Because I felt like I needed to go back and explain to her parents and her why there was a sudden break off. And I wanted their blessing back. I wanted to be able...
He came down to try to win me back.
I wanted to be able to have Carice come down to the States without it being like a kid, like without there. I wanted there to be honor in it. And you know what I mean? So I went down there and apologized to her parents and explained the situation and these kids, and ended up getting her dad's blessing again to take her, basically to marry her. And that was 2015, and then in 2016, the beginning of 2016, I was able to have her to move her down to the house that I had purchased that I was living in, and we got married in somebody's living. So, and then boom.
It was a justice of the peace sorting.
Yes.
With your birth mom. There's our witness.
Yep. So, and then boom, boom, boom. 8 years later, and 3 kids later, here we are.
Yep.
A lot of struggles, we're doing our best at being the best version of ourselves and making some changes and not being so lazy. This is us, and
crazy life.
We're trying to make ends meet, and we're exploring different avenues of revenue, and podcasting or vlogging is one of the avenues that we're pursuing, and it's also great for us to learn how to to communicate better, to be in the community, to be okay with showing our face, and to be okay with being a light, and to be okay with sharing our testimony, and to connect us with those around us. That's why we're doing this. It's for multiple reasons. Yes. So thank you for listening. Thank you for checking us out. Thank you for hanging out with us and just getting to know us. We look forward to a long time of doing this.
Yes, and we also look forward to getting to know you too, and building
it's a beautiful day.
Community and fellowship with you.
In a way.
Yep, that's it.
Yes. So we will be getting better and better at this. So that's the idea as we go. So we'll be linking social media accounts and linking different ways for you to get to connect with us. Instagram, pictures, follow our life, be involved in our life, be a part of our family, and just to live and love life together with us. We'll just be creating a community.
Yep.
I think that's pretty good for
the second one.
Second episode. What do you think?
Yep.
Can we make out on camera?
No.
Come on. I need to make out with this.
We're not using that camera. Oh my gosh.
Thanks, guys.
The sun's so bright, pack your bag, taking a flight to an island paradise, where worries fade away, hear melodies so sweet. I'm upsways as the waves roll in. Let the reggae rhythm begin in this paradise where time just flies. Island breeze, palm trees sway. Lay back, relax, it's a holiday. Sipping on coconuts, feeling so free. Reggae vibes by the sea. Underneath the moonlit sky, reggae beats and stars up high. Bonfire blazing, spirits high. On this island where dreams don't die.